Hi guys, welcome to Ioannina, Greece. I got in yesterday. So last time I talked to you guys, I was in Gjirokastër, and the rest of the day went well at the castle. Shortly after, I actually saw there was this US Air Force plane that was there, which was interesting to read about because apparently there were two different versions of what happened, one according to US and one according to Albania. It was from the 1950s, but according to the US story, the pilot was traveling from France to Italy and it was foggy and he got off course and was low on fuel and had to land in Albania. And according to the communistic story from back then in Albania, they tracked this US spy plane and they forced them to land there. So anyways, the facts were basically that the plane ended up there and the pilot flew back separate and the plane stayed. So interesting to see that. I also saw this Bektashi tomb, which I had learned that Bektashi is kind of like a subset of the Muslim religion. It's a lot more liberal, and I actually had learned before that the headquarters is in Tirana. It used to be, or I guess started in Turkey, but it was too liberal and they forced them out. So anyways, saw that at the castle as well. And I forgot to mention, but actually the day before I found 200 lek when I was exploring those old historic houses, so lucky me. Anyways, so rest of the day went well. Had dinner at the hostel, which was really nice. It's more of a guest house. There's a family that runs it and they're all really nice. And so anyways, after some dinner, they showed us how to do some of the traditional dances. And they're kind of, I guess, Greek Albanian because generations ago, a lot of them were in Greece, but they've been in Albania for years. And so the dancing was very similar, like in a circle, and it was actually dancing to a Greek song. So it was fun to try out. Had a little bit more rakia while I was there. I think that's the last place that drinks it in the Balkans. So yeah, that went well. And then the next day, which was yesterday, just kind of hung out, explored the town a little bit more, and did the border crossing, which wasn't too bad. For the first time, though, they actually took the bags off the bus and checked the bags, so that was new. And anyways, got into Ioannina, or as the locals say, Ioannina, which is in the northern part of Greece, just a few hours away from Gjirokastër. And I walked around yesterday evening. Oh, really awesome part that I learned, I guess yesterday or whenever it was. They're an hour later as far as the sunset goes, so I was really stoked about that. So just gained an hour back. Now sunset's back to 5:30 instead of 4:30. So anyways, yesterday I explored the city a bit. I didn't really know much about it. I actually came here, I'm couch surfing, but because I had read about the Zagori region, just close by, I'll get to that. But anyways, it's a really cute town. Definitely feels like I'm back in Europe again. Totally different than Albania. Just nicer, newer, cleaner, all those kind of things, like shops that I recognize and things like that. So they have a really cute little downtown area. It actually reminds me of the gas lamp district in San Diego. So walked around a bit, lots of bars and restaurants and that sort of thing. I learned that, well, actually they're supposed to have the best nightlife in all of Greece here, which I'll be checking out later tonight. And the reason for that is there's a really big student population here. There's a university here, so there's 25,000 students that go there. And so yeah, walked around. There's also a castle. So did that, had dinner at my host's place, actually staying at his mom's home. And so anyways, they made really yummy, delicious food. Not Greek actually, but it was home cooked and it was really good, like fresh French fries and milanesa or schnitzel, same thing. So that was cool. And today I ended up doing my own private tour of the Zagori region because, again, since it's low season, there's not many people going around. Anyway, so I decided to do that because what I had heard about it is it's really nice. So it's in the mountains, kind of close to the border, about 30 kilometers from here. And so learned a lot more and got to check out, there's all these little villages in that area of the mountains. They all have a very specific way they're built with these stones, really pretty. And it's actually UNESCO Geopark, it's called. So anything they build that's new, it has to be done in the old style. There's all these requirements they have to follow. So went around to different areas. There's also the world's deepest canyon, which is called Vicos Gorge, which you can actually hike through. So if I ever come back here sometime, that would be cool. It kind of reminded me of the hike I did in the Albanian Alps, but basically you start at one village and you hike through the canyon and you exit through another one. Anyway, so checked out the gorge from this really nice viewpoint. There was this area called the Stone Forest, which has all these cool rock formations, and then there's a few of these old bridges that are famous over there, and they're from the 17th, 18th century. They're really pretty, built of stone, and they have these arches that are really round and U-shaped. Anyways, so checked out a bunch of those. So it was really nice getting to see that area, and again, learning a lot more about just the past and things that have gone on over here. And now I'm actually at this little island just across from Ioannina. There's a lake, so this island is in the lake, and interesting enough, this island has no name. So everyone just refers to it as the island. That's it, no name. There's actually, I think, 6 monasteries, or maybe 5 monasteries and 1 church on this island alone. And anyways, so I'm walking around them now. You might be able to see in the background. And I had mentioned before, a few days ago, when I was in Himara, how I went to Ali Pasha Castle. I've heard a little bit more because since this area is close and it all used to be part of the Ottoman Empire, so a lot of history you learn in one place overlaps with another. So anyways, he was the emperor long ago of the Ottoman Empire for 32 years. And eventually the Sultan wanted to have him killed, and so this is actually where he was killed, on the island. He basically sent him off to the island and said that he would leave him alone if he went there and never left. But in the end, he killed him anyways. And they had him cut off his head and send it back to the Sultan to show that he really was dead. So anyways, that's the island I'm exploring now. So let me give you guys a little bit of the view. There is, well, that was one of the monasteries back there. And back that way is the town of Ioannina. Sun sets in 40 minutes about now. And then there's another monastery this way. And then back there you can see there's another town. The town's just back that way. So some nice views as usual. So that's about it for now. Tomorrow the plan is to head towards Meteora, which is this area where they have these huge rock cliffs with monasteries on the top of them. Looks really cool. So planning on heading in that direction, but I will fill you guys in later once I get there. Talk to you then. Bye.